this past Friday. The premiere of Jim and Andy,
Yes.
The Great Beyond on Netflix. And man, I have been blown up about that. I mean, just everybody that has heard the stories over the years from me talking about how the relationship was and what it was like to work with Jim Carrey on making the movie Man on the Moon. I mean, I just got a, it's just, they've heard the stories over here with me telling about how difficult that was and what he was like and all this. So, I mean, I just got one just 2 minutes ago here on my phone from Justin Zucker. Justin used to work for Playboy magazine up in Chicago at the headquarters there, and he said, "Just saw that Man on the Moon documentary. Man, you were not kidding about Jim." Yeah. And it's just like, that's been the response people see with this documentary, what he was really like during those 80 days of shooting, and he was a handful, man.
If you want to listen to our episodes of Andy Kaufman and the whole feud with the King, you can go back and listen to episode number 6, number 7, number 9, number 10, and number 12. Those all number 13. Those all have they have segments devoted to the Kaufman versus Lawler feud. We spread them out through 4 episodes. But yeah. So there you go. Before we wrap it up,
those were the Kaufman versus Lawler feuds. But were they? Did we? I think we did. We talked about the Jim Carrey versus Lawler feud.
Yes. That was inside one of those episodes. I think that was.
Excuse me. I remember also in this documentary, he talks about the fact that he talks about something that I had completely forgotten about. Was after we finished wrapping the movie, and after we did the last scenes we shot were in New York, and it was the stuff with David Letterman where I slapped Jim Carrey and Paul Schaefer and all those guys were there, and so that was the last thing we filmed together. And that day he invited me to dinner, and this was like this was going to be so cool because he. He was going to be out of character. He was through being Andy Kaufman, so I was going to get to go to dinner. And after all of this bad blood between he and I on the filming of the movie, we were going to go out to eat together and sit and talk about all of this stuff. And so he told me this big, nice restaurant to meet him at there in New York City. And I guess I put this out of my, but anyway, I went and he stood me up.
What?
Yeah, he didn't show up. And he talks about that in this documentary. And I didn't realize at the time that he did it intentionally. I didn't know that until I saw this documentary now. So he was even more of a jerk than I thought he was.
Jesus.
Yeah.
God, having dinner with the King, and Jim Carrey says, F that.
Yeah, I'm stand him up.
F that. Could have gotten a free meal.
Huh?
I said he couldn't have got, well, I mean, he probably would have paid since he's one enough.
I was expecting him to pay for it. That's why I was really mad.